I don't know how well you can see me here on this video. It's nighttime now. I'll turn on a couple lights, hope for the best. Anyway, I just went exercising. I went running, so that's why I'm sweaty. See, I'm sweaty. I don't know if you can see it or not. But anyway, it's good to exercise because if you have Candida, for example, Candida seems to do better in people whose immune systems are low. So if your immune system is low, exercise can help oxygenate your body. It helps oxygen be carried through the red blood cells to the cells throughout your body, and that oxygen allows for improved health, clear thinking, more energy, improved sleep, more strength. So it does a lot of different things, actually. It helps with new cell production. So it does a lot of things. You can also carry iron through the blood, which helps with the production of hormones. It helps with stress. It helps with pain and inflammation. Anyway, it also helps with immunity. So, we need to have a properly functioning immune system if we have an infection, such as Candida or other infections as well. And one of the ways to do that is to do regular exercise. So the exercise that I'd recommend, it varies a little bit from one person to the next. If you haven't been exercising for a long time, do yourself a favor and get a heart rate monitor, not a Fitbit. Don't get a Fitbit. Just get a heart rate monitor. You should be able to wear one around your wrist. Okay, that's my wrist, right? And set it to your target heart rate. So your target heart rate would be 180 minus your age. So that's the kind of the mid-range target heart rate. Then you could go 10 points above or below that. So I guess 180, let's say you're 30 years old, minus 30, that's 150. So you could go between around 140 and 150. Actually, 180 minus your age, and then, yeah, that sounds about right. 180 minus your age, and then, yeah, so 10 points below or above, so between around 140 and 160. If you haven't been exercising much, try to stay at that target heart rate about 4 times a week for maybe 20 minutes, because you haven't been exercising a lot. If you have been exercising regularly, maybe once or twice a week, you could increase it to the same target heart rate, but about a half hour 4 times a week. And if you've been exercising regularly about 3 or 4 times a week, then just go ahead and still use the target heart rate. Stay within the target heart rate, doing a nice aerobic exercise like running or jogging or walking. You don't really need to wear the heart rate monitor if you're doing yoga. Yoga is really good exercise, by the way. You could do yoga about 4 to 5 times or 6 times a week if you've been doing it regularly. If you've been doing it regularly only. Okay, so if you've been doing regular exercise, then that would be fine. If you haven't been doing regular exercise, then be careful, go real slow, and just do yoga a couple times a week for about an hour and a half, and don't overdo it. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Don't forget that Candida can and often will develop in warm, moist places that are also dark. And so those warm, moist places, as you know, there's quite a few of them. So the main ones are the mouth, the lungs, the throat, the vagina, and the colon. And the anus is at the end of the colon. So you don't really need to include that. It's just part of the colon, basically. Okay, so those are the places where Candida can and often will develop. I guess the most obvious and the most concerning would be the vagina, the lungs, and the colon. So either one of those 3 places, you want to find out, location does matter. So if you tend to get, bronchitis or asthma or whatever, or hay fever or, sinusitis or upper sinus infections. They call it upper respiratory infection, but they're basically referring to your sinuses, the drippy, runny kind of sinus thing. If you get that regularly, that means you're having trouble with probably digesting things in your stomach. So it's true you can also have a Candida infection in your stomach. It's just not really easy to go over that scientifically because there's so much acid in the stomach. It makes it more difficult to talk about. So people sometimes have low stomach acid. The low stomach acid called hypochloridria, or low hydrogen ions, low stomach acid, leads to a condition where you may and often will develop Candida right there in the stomach. That's the upper gastrointestinal tract. If so, go ahead and take care of it using the methods that we're going over in this program, the Candida Free program, and yeah, definitely you want to do that. You want to follow up with that. Okay, so it's not just the mouth, the upper sinuses, the anus, the colon, the vagina. It's not the lungs. It's not just those places. It could also be the stomach. It could be other parts of the gastrointestinal, or the gastrointestinal tract. It could even be the small intestine. I mean, you can get Candida almost anywhere. But we're mainly, this seems to be the most popular, not popular, but commonly understood. How did I do the wording right? The most talked about type of Candida among the public seems to be, for whatever reason, vaginal Candida. I guess it's the most obvious when a person has it because there's so many really clear-cut, easy to spot and recognize symptoms, the odor and all that kind of thing. But it doesn't mean that that's like the most common or the most health concerning at all. It doesn't mean that. That's just the one that they talk about most in the media, on TV, that kind of thing. So, and if you have vaginal Candida, I think there's an excellent chance you're having the Candida spread to other organs and glands. So you do want to take care of it. The primary source of the Candida will, like I've mentioned in other videos, be the digestive tract. So yeah, exercise is just amazing. It gets the heart rate up. It helps with energy. It helps with mood. It helps with stamina. Getting regular sunlight is helpful. I'm not getting any right now, as you can see. Let me see what happens if I open that door. You can see better. Okay. So, yeah, but seriously, okay, don't fret, don't worry. We're going over all these things. It should be really helpful. Yeah, so you do this exercise, and a lot of good things will happen. The other thing that happens is, I don't know if you have constipation or diarrhea, because we're not really talking live right now, but let's say you do have one or the other. Exercise really helps to regulate that and decrease both those symptoms. So that's a really great benefit of regular exercise. Also, if you did not get the Candida Free program yet, you should, for sure. I mean, you absolutely want to get that program right away. But you could start, if you live near a place, or if you want to go onto the internet and get some cloves. It's an herb. You could get cloves liquid, or let's say we're in California. In California and most of the country now, Whole Foods Market has become fairly successful, and they're in most states, not all, but most states. So you could go to a Whole Foods Market and you can just pick up whole organic cloves, and you can put about 4 to 8 of these whole organic cloves in some hot boiling water, and you could drink that a couple of times a day. You could have it like once with breakfast and maybe once with lunch. You could do that for the next month or so, and that'll help you with your Candida if you have Candida. The other thing you could do is eat quite a bit of, I know you don't like the idea because, you're probably just like a normal person, like most normal people, but you could eat quite a bit of raw organic garlic. It's really hard to do because it's so strong, but I'm just telling you, it helps. It'll work pretty well. So you eat that raw organic garlic, maybe with breakfast and with lunch, if you can tolerate it. If not, don't worry about it. I wouldn't necessarily go and get garlic pills. The quality is not as good. It's hard to say what's going to happen with the garlic pills, but whole organic garlic's really good. Even if you cook it, it doesn't work as well, but it still works. Okay, my name is Dr. Ilya Skolnikov. I'm a diplomat of the International Board of Applied Kinesiology, the clinic director here, not here, but at Triad Health Family Healing Center. And thank you so much. Please like our Facebook page, whether you're seeing this on Facebook or not. We're Triad of Health Family Healing Center on Facebook. And if you are on Facebook seeing this, give us a thumbs up, or give us a happy face, or a surprised face, or something like that. Okay. The other thing is, like our YouTube channel. We have like 250 or more videos on YouTube. So Triad of Health Family Healing Center on YouTube. Our Instagram handle is Triad of Health on Instagram. We're also on Pinterest. On Pinterest, I think we're Triad of Health. It may be a little bit trickier to find us on Pinterest, but if you go to our page, our website, triadofhealth.net, you'll be able to like us on Pinterest easy. There's a little social icon for Pinterest, and you can just click on that. Okay, Twitter is One Stop Doc. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the next meeting, at the next email, at the next blog post, at the next coming together of minds. Thank you.